Yafi Baruch Hashem. Today is Yud Bet Kislev, 12th of Kislev. Chanukah is coming up very soon. Baruch Hashem. And we're learning the halachot of Chanukah, how you light the candles. So Shulchan Aruch says here interesting things. Shulchan Aruch was saying that the candles have to be separated from each other. Okay? Meaning, they can't be too close. If they're too close, so you move 2 meters back and they look like they're one. Have to be separated from each other. What does that mean, separated? Berech, a finger, 2 centimeters berech, okay? Even less than 2 centimeters, between each candle. Minimum. They can be more. You can have 1, 2, 3, if you could see that they belong to each other. Okay? If it's one here and one here, so you don't see it belongs to each other, then it's also not good. Another thing we have to know, that when we light Chanukah candles, they have to be straight, in the same line. The same line meaning also in the height, same height, and also not one up, one down, just in the same height. And also, it should be in the same line, not one in the front, one in the back. It should be straight. Okay, straight in the height and straight in the line. Yeah, they have to be straight. That's the halachot. Yeah. So we said already. We mentioned it before that if you have a menorah, a lamp that you're lighting with, and 2 people lighting in the same menorah, so in the first few nights it's fine, because you could have one person lighting all the way on the right side, one person all the way on the left side. It's considered 2 people lighting. Someone from the far away, he sees that there's one candle here and there's one candle here. It's 2 separate things. 2 and 2 maybe still also good. When it's getting too close, it's a problem. Because then people from far away, they don't see that there's 2 different Chanukiot, 2 different menorah, and they think that it's one thing. That they don't know, why is he lighting 8 candles today? It's only the 4th night. Or why is he lighting 6 candles already? It's only the 3rd night. Okay, so you have to do it in a way that it's recognizable that there are 2 people lighting there. Okay? Very important. You don't have to have a menorah. You don't have to have a menorah. You don't have to. You could have candles and just stick them on and glue them to the table or to the windowsill. I was in the 8th night of Chanukah, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I don't remember. My son was 2.5 years old. Now he's 10.5 years old. How many years is that? 8 already? Wow. I was on the way to Chile. So we stopped today you have to Brazil from Israel, and then you could go to Chile. But in those days, 8-10 years ago, they did not have direct flights to Brazil yet. So you had to go through Europe. There's no other way. So I went to Switzerland. So the 8th night of Chanukah, I was in Switzerland. Yeah. So it was freezing cold. Yeah, it's weird because we were flying it was 0 degrees there, and then we flew to South America and we needed short sleeves because it was cold. It was warm and cold. And then also the other weird thing was that in Switzerland, the sun set at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then the sun rose at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we went to Chile, and the sun refused to go down. It went down only at 10 o'clock at night, and it went up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it was very weird. I didn't understand, why is the sun still at? It's 9 o'clock. Why is the sun so high in the sky? I never met such a thing. But anyways, so I didn't bring a menorah with me to Switzerland, to Zurich. What I did is I brought candles and I put them on the windowsill, and I glued them to the tin foil, and I lit like that, and it's fine. It's kasher. And yeah, you don't have to have a menorah. Another thing is you could also do, if you want to do with oil, you can have cups. A lot of people like shot glasses. You can light in shot glasses. It's fine. A lot of people do that. Okay? We're going to learn later. Yeah, we're going to learn later. We could say even already now. There's different levels. There's different levels of hidur, of making it important and making it nice, the lighting. And what you put the oil, which cups you put the oil. It's like the highest level is made out of silver, gold and silver, like the cups themselves. Some people, they have a much real silver to light it, and it's really nice. The only material that's problematic is cheres, clay, earthenware. Because what happens with earthenware, the oil gets swallowed up and it becomes all black. It's icky. It's not nice. So you light one night, and the next night, what? Don't use it. It's not nice. Anything else, you can clean easily. It's not a big problem. And glass is fine to light with too. Glass, even plastic you can light with. Today they have with plastic ones. Okay? But again, it's a mitzvah to do mehudar, to make it nice. The whole Chanukah is about doing extra. Not what I have to like. Everyone lights 1, 2, 3, 4, right? They go up in the candle. Why? The mitzvah is only one. I didn't see by tefillin everyone going and buying from the most expensive tefillin there is. Right? You don't see by talit everyone's buying the most. Oh yeah, he has the best. No, you buy it. Good. Now running around looking at everyone gets up nets? No, not everyone gets up nets. Why? It says in Shulchan Aruch, it's b'tchachila you have to get up nets and have a nets, and even if you didn't, so you immediately say Kriyat Shema when you get up because it's a mitzvah to say as soon as possible. You don't see people running around to do this mitzvah extra. But Chanukah is a special thing that everything is extra. Everyone's looking to make the lighting, the Chanukah lighting, the candles and everything to make it miyuchad, to make it special. Everyone tries to light with olive oil. Everyone tries to make it nice. Everyone tries to make it special. They make parties, even though you don't have to make parties. Everyone makes parties on Chanukah, yeah? Even though you don't have to, but there's a mitzvah to do it. They make nice. Everyone makes sure to eat latkes. It's very important. Okay, so ganiyot. Okay, that's Chanukah. Chanukah is to do extra. Very good. Yeah. It's just to make sure that when you're putting the candles down, even if you don't have a menorah, to make sure that there's at least 1 finger width of difference between one candle and the other. It's important. Okay? 1 finger. Okay. If you have a menorah set up, so it's fine. It's already set up. There'll be a difference. Yeah. Very good. Okay, so we'll go on. The next Seif A. It says, Ner Chanukah manicho al petach hasamuch lirshut harabim mibachutz. Ner Chanukah candle. He lights it on the petach and the opening, which is next to Reshut Harabim, next to the public way where people are walking, from the outside of the doorway, and not from the inside of the doorway, from the outside, so people could see it. Again, that's what the Gemara says. The Gemara says, where do you light it? On the door, where people could see it. The problem starts if by my door no one could see it. Right? Who could see it? I live in a building. Who come? Only my neighbors from upstairs could see it. But it's not the public place where people are walking. Okay? Or, let's say I live in a house, but there's a fence. You can't see it. So where do I light? Okay? Where do you light? So the main, or I live in the 20th story. I live in a Golet Shchakim, this skyscraper on the top floor. Where am I supposed to light? So the Gemara, in the Gemara time, you know how many floors there were? The highest? There were 2 floors. Most homes were 2 floors. I mean, there was also the Kelaseum and the people, big buildings also they did have. But most normal houses were either 1 floor or 2 floors. So that's why the Gemara says, where do you light it? And everything was open to, either to the Reshut Harabim itself, or to a yard where people could see. That's why the Gemara says, you light it by the door. But now that the circumstances have changed, and not always if you put it by the door, people would see it. So we have to know what's the ikaron. How do you say the ikaron? The principle. Very good. What's the principle behind lighting by the doorway? Why do we light Chanukah candles b'chlal? Pirsum Nisa, to publicize the nes that Akadosh Baruch Hu has done with us. The miracle that Akadosh Baruch Hu is doing with us. The miracle is done, doing, will do with us. Okay? That's why the main thing is to publicize the miracle. So if you will put it by the door and it won't publicize, but you put it by the window and it will publicize the miracle, so you put it by the window. Okay? And if you live in the 20th story, and there's no other buildings around, let's say, it's just you up there, okay, and one big building, and then everyone else is like only 10 stories, and you're number 20 on top, so you light on the table. And also, you publicize it to the family, okay? So we'll go like this. You want to publicize the most, so you do based on what the circumstance you have. If you live like in Bet Israel, right, that you open the door, you're on the road, okay? There's no yards and no nothing, you live on the road, so that's where you light, like the Gemara. You go outside, and you put it on the right side, okay? When you go out on the right side, exactly there, in the tefach, right near the petach, and the outside, it's just like the Gemara says. And if you live inside a fence, there's a fence, so you go to the fence. Okay? You go on the outside of the fence so people can see it. And if you live in a building, like most of us live in buildings, what do you light? On the windowsill. So people could see it. Which windowsill? The one that is most public. The one that people could see it the most. Okay? There are poskim that say that if you live in a building, you should light at the entrance to the building. Yeah? So poskim will say you have to light the entrance to the building. The problem is that some poskim say that how is it recognizable that your apartment lit that menorah? How could people know that your apartment was in charge of lighting that menorah? Well, you put a notice on it, this is from apartment number 2. So that's why a lot of poskim say not to do that. So I asked my brother, what did he do in the previous building he lived in? Now he has a private chatzel, so he has exactly where to light. But I asked my brother, what did he do last time? Where he lived? He said, I did both. I lit downstairs with a bracha, and I went upstairs and lit by the windowsill also. Without a bracha, yeah? Just with one bracha you lit. You could also do that. Okay? But also just lighting by the window is fine. And if you don't have a window that is showing to the public place, you light it on the table in the house with a bracha. Okay? And people are living with you, they see the Chanukah, they see the menorah, they see it lighting. And also it's Pirsum Hanes. Okay? Soon we'll see halacha that even if someone, let's say there's a certain time to light, we'll see, and even if someone came home late and only one person is awake in the house, he can make a bracha. Why? Because it's called publicizing the miracle. There is someone watching it also, besides him. So it's called publicizing the miracle. So you see, even in the house, it's called publicizing the miracle. Okay, it's considered, it's doing, yeah. The continuation of the halacha is that if the house, we spoke about this yesterday, has patuach l'reshut harabim, okay? Oh, we said this. So if the house is open to Reshut harabim, yeah, so he does it, if the house, the doorway is right by the road, you put it by the doorway. And if there's a yard, you put it by the yard. And if you live upstairs and there's nowhere to put it, you put it on the window. That's Shulchan Aruch says also. Because they also had second floors in those days. And if it's dangerous, because the goyim might come and make bayot, okay, you put it on the table. And that's why there's those which are noheg till today. Their custom is to light, just putting it on the table, like Chabad do, they don't put it on the table, they put it by the doorway. Some Chassidim just put it on the table, because there used to be times that it was dangerous, so people still do it like that. But the halacha is not like that. Okay, I'm not telling anyone to do, I'm just telling you what the Shulchan Aruch says. Do whatever your custom is, but this is what Shulchan Aruch says. Okay. Now, it says that you need another candle. Okay, 1 second, we're going to resume to the shiur. Picking up every day. Very loud. What minute was it?
It's around 14.
14 minutes? Okay. Masala.
13 something.
So, we said the halacha is that you need also another candle to be with these candles. We're talking about the times that candle was the main light in the house. A lamp, right? You lit candles in the evening, you wanted to see where you're going and not to bump your head on something or fall. You had candles. Today we have electricity. But the halacha is that you're supposed to have a shamash. What's a shamash? It's an extra candle, which is recognizable that it's different than the others, meaning it's set aside, it's higher, it's lower, it's aside. Yeah, that you could see it's different. And then, why do you need that? And then if you're using the light, you're saying, I'm not using the light of the Chanukiah, of the candles of Chanukah. Rather, I'm using the light of the shamash. Okay? יפה מאוד. Okay. It has to be different. That's the main thing. Okay.
In this case, every house supposed to light for a house. But in this case, he's not like it's a Bet Midrash. It's not Bet Knesset. You pray here. We are obligated to light here also.
If we come here we'll talk about it later, but if you already asked, I'll say that if you come to a place, any public place that people are gathering together, there's a mitzvah to light there. Without a bracha. Even less than minyan, maybe even less than minyan. B'knesset, ודאי you light, there's halacha, you light it in the b'knesset.
Okay, so it's not the same.
But soon we'll learn exactly that every gathering, like let's say Yosef's wedding, was on HANUKA.
Okay.
So we lit the Chanukiah, we lit a candle in the hall. We'll come here and we're going to light without a bracha. Without a bracha. Because we're doing Pilsum Hanes. We're going to come here, as Hashem Chanukah, and we're going to have a candle here too. Okay? Why? Pilsum Hanes. We're going to have it right here by Rav Dol, maybe on the shelf, and the camera will see it. Pilsum Hanes to the whole world. Big Pilsum Hanes. Okay? בטח. תהלכה. Definitely. כל יום. What do you mean?
If we are not studying here, if we came like exactly in that time just for lighting.
No, talking about during the day.
Okay, during the day.
You come in the morning, you light. The Bet Midrash, you light.
Okay.
I go to Chatzot Kolel. Okay? I go there. On Chanukah, we light at night. Even though everyone lit in the house at 5 o'clock in the evening, but we come at 2 o'clock in the morning, we light again. Without a bracha. For Pilsum Hanes. You go to Bet Midrash Kolel in the morning, they light there too. Why? Pilsum Hanes. With no bracha. Every time there's a gathering together, we will light. Okay? Pilsum Hanes. So that will be the halakha today, B'ezrat Hashem. So we'll continue tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem, the halakha. Where do you light exactly?